Good morning, everybody. Shift your mindset. New episode. If you snooze, you lose. We all remember waking up in the morning and we think, I should get up, I should wake up, but I'm gonna snooze for 5 more minutes. I should get out of bed now. I should take action, but I'm gonna snooze for 5 more minutes. And it becomes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're too tired to wake up. And when you wake up, you don't have the energy to take action. I don't have time next to my bed. I always wake up when I want to be awake. So if I want to wake up at 5 o'clock, I'm awake. But figuratively speaking. So that's also how it goes in life. We all press the snooze button rather than take action. And that's why I recorded this video, because I want you all to take action and take action into your own hands. Why? Because I was thinking about Jehovah's Witnesses and my life as a Jehovah's Witness. And I thought by myself, what's left of the Jehovah's Witnesses? The religion I grew up in. And my only conclusion was, it's only in the name. The name has stayed the same. I wrote some things down and I'm asking you guys to add to it in the comment section, because I surely forgot about some things. So I like to read about your comments also, what you can come up with in addition of these things. The only thing is left is the name. Why? When I was young, pioneers had to do 90 hours a month. 90. And I thought auxiliary pioneers about 60. My mom also did that. 60. And it was hard because you only could count your time when you made your first call on the doorstep of some house. The first house, when you pressed it to ring, then you could start your time. So not from the address where you assemble for the ministry and you're driving towards your place you wanna preach. No, from the first house you could count your time. So now it's just box, check, active. We had 3 meetings a week. Now it's only 2. We had a publisher average for about 12 hours. Could depend on in which part of the world you are, but it was about 12 hours. That was normal. If you want to become an elder, at least you had to be 35 years old. In my congregation and surrounding congregation, all the elders were at least 60 years old when I was young. I heard a story about last week that there are teenage boys had become ministerial servants. I had to fight a lot to become a ministerial servant. I had to be old enough. I had to be at least 30, around 25, 30 for being a ministerial servant. Now, because the shortage of people and luckily people running away, sisters has to carry mics. Now they withdraw that, and now they are appointing teenage boys to give my father of 75 spiritual advice. Shepherding calls, sometimes the good ones go with them, and you have a 16-year-old boy just out of the diapers telling you how to live your life in a congregation. The assemblies were more days, and also a good thing about the old days was getting food at the assemblies. I remember that. That was a good one. We did not have children's book to study. No, it was Revelation, its grand climax. I love that book because it was not easy, and I don't like easy things, so that was a good one. I had to shave, like today I shave. I shave for every meeting. I'm not gonna shave for every video, but I had to shave for every meeting. Now we have Santa Claus on the governing body. Brothers you never imagined are wearing beards and stuff like that. Suit, tie and skirt. Skirt, what I remembered, always under the knees. Not on the knees, lower than your knee. Now it's pants, not a suit anymore if you don't have a public talk. Tie, I don't know, but it's just blending in like society around them. You were early on meetings, at least 30 minutes before. Then you were a hardcore JW. My father always had to open the Kingdom Hall, so we were 45 minutes before starting of the meeting. We were already there. But at least you were 30 minutes before. Now hardly people showing up because Zoom is much easier and you can sit there in your sweatpants without anyone noticing. We did evening witnessing. We did street preaching. Let me know in the comments if it's still happening, but I don't see it anymore happening. Handling the mics, that was a huge privilege. That was something you would achieve. That was your goal, to handling the mics. Now they are handling the mics to women, sisters and schoolboys. The literature counter was like a bookstore. Now it's just an empty thing and they all have to order it and doesn't show up on time most of the time. We had a real library. Now everything is on a computer. You had a review of your public talks. Not anymore. You had book study nights. You gather around in someone's home. Someone was cleaning all day because there was a book study. And afterwards it was, for me, pretty pleasant because you had some coffee, some lemonade, some cake, whatever. It was just doable for an hour book study. You had old, long, weird songs for at least 5 minutes. Now they're all shorter. They still are weird, but not like the old songs anymore. And we had prayers of 50 minutes on assemblies. Some old guy who took his moment because he wasn't allowed to give a talk, but he took his moment. Most time he was from the branch or an old servant of Jehovah, and he took his moment to shine, and we had prayers of 50 minutes. I don't think we have them anymore, but let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. So I just want to give you a few examples because the list can go on and go on and go on. But how long are you keep on snoozing through life? Because the organization is in a transition years already for being a printing company to a real estate company. It's all about the money now. What's still the same is from day one, they love spying on each other. It's like a James Bond movie all year long. You have spies everywhere. Russia, America, United States, they are jealous of all the spies we have in one congregation. It's insane. So every time, and especially this year, we had a lot of changes. Not for the good. We had beards, we had checking the box with ministry, we have pants, we have removing of IEDs, we have selling kingdom halls, also taking a huge leap. They're selling it to other Islamic religions. They don't even look to whom they are selling something, just to make the money. They are building something, I believe, one video center at headquarters. The end of the build is in 2038, I believe. So Armageddon isn't coming before 2038, probably. But it's just around the corner. Last days of the last days. Now it's don't fixate on paradise. So they are mastering now the contradictions in everything. Beards weren't allowed, now beards are allowed. Paradise is coming, don't fixate on paradise. When are your alarm bells going off? And how good is your internal alarm system? Do you have an alarm system? When this happens, I will do that. Are you waiting as a JW to install your internal alarm system? Or are you just snoozing around and put your head in the sand? That's my question for you today. Because we all have the quality in ourselves to have a top-notch alarm system. But then you have to feel. You have to feel how you feel about the changes and let that feeling come up. Because in your head you have thoughts, and those thoughts aren't true and aren't the reality. Because those thoughts come from a subconscious mind who is programmed by the conditioning from an early age on, when we started to understand things in the JW religion. So we're programmed with a certain mind. We have to do this, we have to do that, we have to do this. God is angry at me, God is gonna judge me, Jesus is king, the governing body is the almighty Jesus on earth. We're all programmed to doubt ourselves, but we have to start believing in ourselves. So you have to reactivate your internal alarm system. Make it the best alarm system you can get on the market. I have an alarm system in the house. I wasn't used to it, but here in South Africa, people feel the need to have a good alarm system. That alarm system comes with outside beams. So if someone steps over my boundaries, and my boundaries are the gates around the property, if someone steps over my boundaries, the alarm is getting triggered. If someone is stepping over your boundaries in the religion. I hope your alarm system is picking that up. You're gonna feel, that makes me uncomfortable. I have to do something with it. I have burglar bars outside to keep people outside. You also have to have boundaries and bars outside of yourself to not let people invade your personal space. Your personal space is your space. Your personal thinking is your thinking. Don't give your thinking to somebody else. That's an important one. So install the best system you can have. I have motion sensors in every room. I have motion sensors on the windows. So if someone opens a window in my bedroom, I hear beep beep. Then I know something is opened where a magnetic sensor is installed. And on top of that, I recently found out I have also on this one, the red one is my panic button. So if I'm in trouble, someone is coming into the house who's not welcome here, at night mostly, I have a panic button. If I press that panic button, in 30 seconds, the security company is here with full automatic rifles, ready to shoot someone. Do you still use your panic button? And that means if you're inside the JW religion, it's good to have someone outside of the religion as a backup. Someone who can take care of you, someone who supports you. Because I know it's hard, because it's discouraged to have people outside of the religion. But like I said yesterday in the video, morals are about an individual, not about a certain group. It's not Jehovah's Witnesses, so the moral is good. Worldly, so the moral is bad. No, in the Jehovah's Witnesses, you have child sexual abuse predators, you have also evil people. You don't want to associate with them. The literature in the Jehovah's Witnesses also reminds you to be careful who you deal with in the congregation. But in the world it's the same. There are good people and there are bad people. But if there are also good people outside of the religion, you can get support from them. Even if you have trouble finding your path to your freedom. So install a good alarm system, not only in the outside world, but also here. Just remember when someone invades your privacy, someone is stepping over your boundaries, someone does something you don't like, tell them you don't like it. And you're not going against it, no, you're just speaking out for yourself. That gives you self-empowerment, that gives you a feeling of self-love, that you're worthy of who you are, and it helps you to being an authentic person. But if you keep on snoozing, you keep on losing, because everything goes by. Every day you're not going into that feeling that you're not happy. It's a wasted day. It's a wasted day. So look for the signs. Look if there's something wrong. What changed so much? And don't just follow as a sheep someone who says something, but hold it against the light. Is this true? Why is it changing? What's the use of this change? Why now? Why not 40 years ago? Because this change is based on nothing. Just do your own critical thinking. And it's not that you go against Jehovah or you go against some authority. No. We all want to be a critical thinker and not make a decision based on your emotion, but based on your knowledge. So, from tomorrow on, don't snooze because you lose, but just take actions and matters into your own hands. I know it can be tough, you can feel a lot of fear inside you to stand up for yourself. But that's what we need, people who stand up for themselves. Luckily, I have a partner who backs me up when it's needed, but you also want someone, you have to be your own backup. You have to be strong enough, because we as a human being, we can do anything we want. We just have to believe in it and be certain of it, that we can and we will do it. And then the result is you can do it, and afterwards you feel relieved because you can be proud of yourself that you took a step into freedom, and no one can take that away from you. Thank you guys for listening. See you next time on the next episode.